when they reprinted 3 of the greatest ultra staples of all time for Royal Paladin, there were 2 thoughts. 1, I have to buy these reprints. They're finally affordable. 2, I wasted so much money. And then there's this. Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm S4 here. Today I am back to cover Jewel Knights with Ashlei Reverse. But as you probably guessed, I can never afford these things. So today we have Swabber.
Hello.
So he actually came on board with us to do the last Jewel Knight deck profile. So I'm really honored to have him back again. So yeah, let's get it covered. Honestly, this deck has become even more linear than before. There's now so many Jewel Knights that you can literally build an entire deck out of Jewel Knights. Gone were the days where you had to debate on, do I play Lever Road or not? No, you don't have to now, because you have so many Jewel Knights that essentially nothing matters. So today we're going to cover more of the ratios behind this deck and what you're supposed to do with Ashlei Reverse. So this is an Ashlei Reverse deck, which means that there is no Salome in this deck. So yeah, if you're hoping that this is a Salome deck, it's not. It is purely for Ashlei Reverse. Our grade 3s, we play 4 copies of Broken Heart Jewel Knight Ashlei Reverse, and as well as 3 copies of Ashlei Regular. So let's break it down real quick. And we play for Heal Guards. So Heal Guards are very standard. They are just Heal Guards. I don't feel the need to explain Heal Guards.
So. Yeah, man. Everybody plays Heal Guards.
Yeah, everyone plays Heal Guards. Not everyone, but most people.
Well, most people.
And then I'll talk about Ashlei. Ashlei has 2 skills. At the end of the battle, she attacks. You Soul Blast 2. You search your deck for a grade 2 or lower Jewel Knight, and then you call it to a Rearguard Circle. If this unit is on the Vanguard Circle, you call 2 instead of 1. So essentially speaking, V or R, it's a multi-attacker. Wonderful for 2 Soul Blasts. And you get to call any grade 2 or lower Jewel Knight of your choice. So this is where you really get to choose, considering your whole deck is now made out of Jewel Knights. Second skill is when the unit is placed on top of her or V or R, counter blast 1, the unit gets a crit. This applies to when you cross-write Ashlei Reverse on top of Ashlei, or if you just call a unit on top. So for example, if you use the skill and you call, say, a Laylee on top of her, you counter blast 1, Laylee gains a critical. So really, this is one of the spinal pieces of the entire Royal Paladin, to be frank. So yeah, you do need to play this, especially in Jewel Knights, because this is the deck meant for them. Whether you are playing Salome or Ashlei Reverse, you definitely need at least 3 copies of base Ashlei in your Jewel Knight deck in order to really start anything.
Yeah, it's just a good card.
And next we have Ashlei Reverse.
Yeah, so Ashlei Reverse, there's 2 skills. Ashlei Reverse first skill is that you may Soul Blast 2 to lock one of your rear guards and choose one of your opponent's front row rear guards and retire it. After you do that, look at the top 4 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 Jewel Knight in its card name to call, and you can put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. So basically, this is just for you to fill up your board. Okay, you're locking, but you're locking for a purpose. Because it's the second skill, is that when this unit attacks, you have 2 or more locked cards, counter blast 1. Search your deck for up to 2 grade 2 or lower cards with Jewel Knight in their card names, call into Rearguard Circle, shuffle your deck, and for each of your locked cards, your Vanguard gets plus 10k. So then you have 3 or more locked cards, which means that you have 6 Soul Hunt in some way or form.
If you've blasted 6 cards.
Yeah, then your opponent cannot call Sentinel's strong hand until the end of the battle that actually attacks.
So that's pretty devastating for center column. The locks actually do fuel your attacks later on. Similarly to the base Ashlei, it does call grade 2 or lower, which is why you see for this deck that you actually only play 7 grade 3 Jewel Knights. The rest of the decks are grade 2 or lower. Unlike Salome, where you could play more of the grade 3 Jewel Knights as well, this is a deck that's a bit more lean and a bit more bottom heavy, just like Ashlei. So you do actually want more of the lower grade Jewel Knights as compared to the higher grade Jewel Knights. But not in the Sanctuary Guard kind of way where you just fill your deck grade 1s or Cleric. No, you do need a lot of grade 2s, a lot of grade 1s, and then a small amount of grade 3s.
Yeah, especially for the fact that you do need a lot of soul for this deck to be optimized. Yeah, soul blasting a lot. If you really want that final no sentinel effect, you need to have 3, so you need like 6 soul blast. So your grade 2s and grade 1s really help with that. Really helps with all the recursion and all that kind of things. And that's why we only play 3 of your Ashleys, because to be honest, this is really your rearguard piece at this point.
Yeah.
You really go for this as a Vanguard only if you have the time. If there's a deck that actually gives you enough time to do that, you're not just going to Ashlei and just start slamming your opponent's face.
Yeah.
So this is the main grade 3 that you want to go into.
Yep. moving on to the grade 2s.
Grade
We
2s.
play 4 copies of Dogmatized Jewel Knight Sibyl, 4 copies of Explosive Jewel Knight Laylee, and then 4 copies of Bending Jewel Knight Miranda. Wow, seeing all of them again just reminds me that I truly love the very hit mobile game Vanguard Zero.
Yeah.
So let's cover the reprint first. Yes, she's also reprinted, so you should buy her at the first chance you get. It is Explosive Jewel Knight Laylee. Laylee has 2 skills. When she attacks, choose 2 normal units and put them to the bottom of the deck. You soul charge 1 and she gains 5,000 power. So she becomes a 15k attacker. Wow, I can't wait to play this series again. Second skill is when a unit is placed on top of her for both V and R, the unit that is placed on top of her gains an additional 10,000 power. So of course this counts for right, or if you call something on top of, because the Jewel Knights, as you probably know from the last few deck profiles, they gain effect when something is placed on top of them. These girls, whenever you call or place something on someone on top of them, they give the person that's being placed on top of them an extra effect.
Haha,
So-
innuendos.
Yes, innuendos. Thank you, Kidani. So that is why really this card is kind of good to start first, because you can actually give yourself the additional numbers, but you can still call this as a later part of your battle phase because it's still something that replenishes your deck pretty well. I mean, stuff like Skydiver and Wonder Boy are not bad, and Laylee is no exception because Jewel Knights, they speed through their deck, just stacking themselves on top of each other to Kingdom Come. So yeah, it's really just one of the main things why you do want to play this card. Laylee is also one of the more generic Jewel Knights in my opinion. You don't really have such a non-xenophobic Jewel Knight like Laylee, so this is definitely a card you would want to pick up more rather than not.
Yep.
And next up we have Bending Jewel Knight Miranda.
Yep, so for Miranda skill, when this unit attacks while not boosted, and you have a Vanguard with Jewel Knight, so this is more just for the Jewel Knights.
Yeah.
You count +1, you choose one of your Vanguards, and until the end of that battle, you increase or decrease this unit's power to match your Vanguard's power.
To match.
Just match, yeah. So if somehow you get dusted, but she's not be on your turn,
And then she shrinks to 1.
change to 1, but it's not possible. But yeah,
But then you pay a cost, so you just won't pay the cost then.
that's right. But basically, jokes aside, this is just for you to match your Ashlei reverses power.
Especially because it gets 10k for every one of the locked cards, right?
Correct, and your forces do attribute that to as well. So most of your forces will be in a Vanguard circle,
Right.
and then Miranda can just steal them from your Vanguard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for the placing on top skill, when another unit is placed on this unit circle, you soul charge 1, and you have no face-up cards in your damage zone, you counter charge 1.
Is that Royal Paladin counter charge?
That's right, it's the exclusive Royal Paladin counter charge.
Ah! Okay,
That's
moving on.
right. Yeah. So just very vital combo piece for the deck.
Alright, that was my impression of Shinji screaming. Alright, next we have, it is Dogmatized Jewel Knight Sibyl. This is one of the really old Jewel Knights that got retrained. So, what does she do?
Sybil, let's see. So for Sybil's first skill, it is going to be a very simple, upon attack, you may place a card that's a grade 2 or less from your hand, and you can draw a card. Simple.
Oh.
Just put the soul, draw a card.
Just a filter.
That's filter.
Okay.
Then your other more important skill, which is the on place, when another unit is placed on top of it. Wow, look, placed on top. Yeah, you may look at the top 3 cards of your deck. You may choose another one grade 2 or less Jewel Knight, and you may call it to any real circle,
Oh wow.
and put the rest in the bottom of your deck.
Oh wow, so it net zeros because you place 1, you minus 1, then you call another 1.
Correct.
But during battle phase, it means you can call 1, and then you can call, say, another 1.
Yes, that's right.
Oh wow.
It's just recursion, additional stuff, put the soul, draw cards.
So Sybil is more resource based, unlike say Miranda and Laylee, where they're more for the numbers and aggression. This seems to be more of a utility where you can move cards to the soul. It can help you extend further on because it is you call over and you call over again, so you basically get 2 cards for the price of 1 at that point. So
Yeah, it's just a simple board builder. You can extend your attack sometimes. It really just helps.
and it counts if you ride on top of it, right? So
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you ride on top, you literally just get a +1.
That's right.
Wow, that's
It's a good card. You either go into this for Vanguard so that you can get that free additional card, or you ride into your Laylee for grade 2, because then your Vanguard is a +10k.
yeah. I mean, I sincerely doubt you go into Miranda
No,
for
no.
counter charge.
Miranda is sincerely like
Rear
just-
guard.
it's a real guard card. It's just for you to pull up your combos. Yeah, this is just really a good value board builder. Sometimes can extend your attacks. You can get additional rear guards on your battle phase with this card, so it's just a good card to play
Alright.
with Jewel Knights. Yeah, it's Jewel Knights. You just play every single Jewel Knights.
Moving on to our grade 1s, we play 4 copies of Eunice, 4 copies of... I can't remember its name. I think this is... Hold on, I'll read the card in a bit. And then 4 copies of this one again from the first set. And then 2 copies of Laurel Knight Sigillus. Yes, we only play 2 Sigillus now because, as you notice, we're literally playing almost 4 of every Jewel Knight. So, yeah, that tells you how easy it is to build this deck at this point. So... yeah, I will start with 2 copies of Laurel Knight Sigillus. You do need to play Sigillus because you actually do want to see your Ashlei reverse. As much as you have filtering and nice piece gathering, you know, nothing beats an old Grade 3 Searcher. So that's that. And his skill to gain 5 is if you have no face-up cards in the damage zone. So if on turn 1, it just automatically gains 5 because you have no damage in the first place.
Yep. It's just Grade 3 Searcher.
Yeah, and then we'll move on to this one.
Elwyn.
Elwyn.
Her name is Elwyn.
I almost call her Owen. Okay, Elwyn, what does she do?
So basically, simple card, you rest this unit, you may put a normal unit from your drop to the bottom of the deck, and you soul charge 1.
Oh, so it's like Lily then?
Yeah, basically, it's just like a mini Lily.
Just Lily.
Yeah, mini Lily. Then you can choose one of your vanguards with a Jewel Knight in its card name, and it gives it plus 5k. So more power to your Ashlei.
Numbers to Ashlei, who then can be copied by Miranda.
Are we seeing the lines here, boys?
This is horrific. This is horrific.
Yeah, so that's her first skill. She has a second skill, which is the when another unit comes on top of her.
Okay, so what does she do?
She looks at the top 2 cards of your deck, and you can choose up to 1 Jewel Knight from among them, reveal it, and put it into your hand. And you put the rest into your bottom of the deck. So you
So
put other
it's
copies.
like Sybil's Net Zero, but instead of calling, you just add to hand.
Yeah, which means you can find
Your grade 3s!
Correct. It's
You don't need a grade 3 searcher.
yeah. Honestly, we best play grade 3 searchers
Just
because
for security.
yeah, security. Just so I can really make sure I
But
can
she's
get
the
that
security
reverse.
Jewel Knight.
You're not wrong.
I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong.
Well, yes, but actually,
Okay, next is this one.
this guy. So Morvidus? Yeah, Morvidus. Morvidus, yeah. So
It's Morbin time. So
Morbin
charge 1.
time.
So charge 1.
Yeah, so for CB1 and putting a normal unit from your drop zone to the bottom of the deck, you soul charge 1. And then one of your units with Jewel Knight in its card name get plus 5k. Yep.
Okay.
Simple. Similar to your Elwyn.
Yeah. And then when a unit is placed on top of, you just drop.
Yeah,
So it's again another net 0.
very simple, just drop.
What the hell?
It's not once per turn.
It's not once per turn.
It's not one per turn.
Wait, none of the place over skills are once per turn.
Elf on the shelf is telling us it's not one per turn.
Yeah. They're all not. They're all not once per turn.
Oh no!
Oh no!
I didn't know this.
Horrible.
Because I just use the skills. I just keep using them. I don't realize it.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, so
Yeah.
good. No, not limited ones per turn. Just recursion, power, draw. Yay, Jewel
Oh my
Knights.
god. Okay, last one.
Eunice, the better version of Modivus. Or Modivus.
Well, I mean, you still need all the Jewel Knights.
You do
together,
need all
so
the
You don't
help
have
you
a
need.
choice to not play her. Okay, what does this do?
So at the end of battle, this boosted. You put 1 normal unit from your drop to the bottom of the deck, and you
Okay.
soul charge 1.
And then you bounce her back to head, correct?
Yeah, she's a bouncer. She bounces back.
Okay. So what does she do if a Jewel Knight placed on top of her?
Well, you choose one of your opponent's rear guards in the same corner as that place unit, and you retire it. If no units were retired, you draw a card.
So it's either net 0 or you -1 the opponent.
yeah, it's just
What?
better Modivus.
It's so good. I mean, Modibus, honestly, I'm okay with because it's just a draw.
Yeah, she ensures
sometimes
the
you
draw.
don't want to snipe.
Yeah,
You just want a draw.
it's a guaranteed draw.
It's a guaranteed draw.
This
Whereas
is-
Modibus is this one. Eunice is more of a you can snipe or draw.
Yeah,
but
flexible.
if you ride any of these two, literally then just riding a grade 2, it enables that you get a +1.
Yep.
Unlike say this girl, because hers is more searching for a Jewel Knight on the top 2 and then you can add. Whereas this is just a straight up draw.
Yep.
Wow, that's so much value, man.
It's very easy, very simple.
So much value.
It's a full value deck that just recursion, value board kind of thing, then smack face.
Oh my, that sounds too good. Okay, our grade 1s we have.
Great ones.
Oh, grade 0s, grade 0s. Grade 0s we play 8 crits
8 crit.
for draw and I'll start it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it is as straightforward as you think it is, honestly, because, crits because of aggression, draw because you need pieces, starter because you want to start the game, yeah. I don't have to explain it. You could try 6 crit, 6 draw, but anything more than 6 draw, honestly, I'm gonna have a problem, because you have all these Jewel Knights that you just have so many of. You're forced to keep calling on top of to get the effects. But then at the same time, you also don't exactly kill anybody. You just have plenty of girls stacking on top of each other, but you don't actually get to deal anyone 6 damage. In fact, the only one taking 6 damage is going to be you. So, more rather than not, 4 to 6 draws optimal, the rest has to be crits, and then your starter.
Yeah, imagine.
And to recap,
Yeah.
the heal guards are heal guards, so
Yeah,
they are
heal
big
guards.
trees. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you play 8 crits. For me, at least myself, I play 8 crits because Ashlei reverse. That's
Yeah.
my main win condition. I really focus on getting Ashlei reverse as fat as possible. So having
Got to feed the girls. Yeah.
got to feed the girls, and it's possible to have that guard restrict, right? Like the sentinel restrict.
Yeah.
So if you have a crit on top of that, your opponent's dead.
Oh.
So you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if the person's on 4 or 3, which you normally would push to because you're
Dual Knights have
Dual
good
Knights.
numbers early game too. So.
Yeah, so this is just a good way to ensure you're gonna kill the person.
Okay.
Your opponent's gonna be dead.
I'm down. I'm down. Girls murdering guys. I'm down. People die when they are killed.
People feminism.
Yeah.
We're gonna get so cancelled.
Well, you can cancel us after you cancel the OT. Remember that, guys. So yeah, that is going to be our Dual Knights deck profile. As usual, this is still a deck that is very worth picking up, and the price has significantly dropped because the ultra staple of this deck, the ultra staples of this deck have all been reprinted. So you have no excuse to say I can't afford it anymore. Even I, yes, despite this not being my deck, I had to buy a set myself because I too understand that I'm a bad player. So if you want to be like Corin and protect your world from the person who is your world, remember, Gurgit can only harm you when you're dead. Speaking of Gurgit, this deck actually has a pretty good matchup against it because it's a force number with actually solid early game and end game. So this is not a Gurgit counter, but I say this is one of the better matchups in my opinion, and Dual Knights is certainly one of the better tier 1 to 2 decks in V right now, I would say. And even in premium, with Crystal Luster, I say it's pretty good in my opinion. And wait, what's that? What is that? What is that? That is a premium Dual Knight.
It's a premium Dual Knight.
Oh my goodness, no.